Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is the first question. So, right, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Second question. Iyaka. Second question is Iyaka. So I think you're going to have to do a correction there. Because I think you have 10 questions. And the very first question is to write Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim in Arabic. All these words are words in Arabic. So the second question is also one that you'll have to write in Arabic, and that is Iyaka. How do you spell Iyaka? Ready for the third question? Third question, An'amta. An'amta. Third question is An'amta. An'amta. Fourth question. Ready for the fourth?
No.
Okay. Anybody need help so far? Do you need help with the first, second, or third question?
No.
How about you, Uncle? An'amta. Third question. An'amta. 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 Fourth question. Alayhim. Spell alayhim. Alayhim. Spell the word alayhim. Fourth question. Alayhim. And we're going to have to move along, really, you know. These are all words that we've covered in the past classes, so you were supposed to be studying them. Alayhim. Fourth question, alayhim. Fifth question, alhamdu. Fifth question is alhamdu. Alhamdu. How do you spell alhamdu? And if you knew the difference between qamariya and shamsiya, then you should be okay spelling alhamdu. I think I've given you too much already. But qamariya and shamsiya actually had a very important lecture many months ago, I would say. And, you know, you could probably find that one on the channel, to be completely honest about the situation. But qamariya and shamsiya is very important, actually. So the better you work on those, the better off you'll be. Fifth question, alhamdu. Sixth question, lillahi. Lillahi. Sixth question, lillahi. How do you spell lillahi? Lillahi. How do you spell it in Arabic? Lillahi. Sixth question. And I'll give you a hint, it's a three-letter word. And you've already written it early in this exact test. So, you know, unless you didn't practice what you were supposed to be practicing, and under those circumstances, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. But I've done the best that I could and explained this over and over to you. So does anybody have any questions at this time, or should we move on? Everybody's okay with number 6?
Wait, I'm not done yet.
Okay. Are you stuck on number 6?
No, it's just my pen.
Okay, what number are you stuck on, though? That's the question.
Number 6.
Okay, that's what I asked you. Lillahi. Spell lillahi. Lillahi. How do you spell it? Very important. Practice, practice, practice. And by the way, don't just stop at learning how to write the words. Try to understand exactly where the words stem from. Okay? You'll find so much vocabulary when you expand on the Arabic words. I mean, it's just phenomenal. All right? So number 6 is lillahi. And by the way, if you did good with the cutoff in the continuing letters, you would be just fine. I'm going to have to give a test on that pretty soon because it seems like that's what's going to tie the room together. So just make sure. And I'm giving everybody a fair warning, all right? You need to practice letters cut off and letters continuing. So you make sure you put that in your notes. You're going to have a test on that. Number 7, Al-Alameen. Al-Alameen. How do you spell it? How do you spell it? Al-Alameen. It's number 7. Al-Alameen. All right. Number 8, Maliki. How do you spell Maliki? And again, that's why we're going to have that test on how to really connect, because some of these words, they have no breaks in them. Some do have breaks, and you have to know how to apply the break. If you don't know how to apply the break in a word, you don't know how the word starts, you don't know how the word finishes, you don't know much about the word. So when you read the word, chances are you're not going to read it correctly. Okay? Number 9, Ad-Dini. Ad-Din. Ad-Din. How do you spell it? And what would come in handy here again, if you know the difference between Qamari and Shamsi, I'm going to say that a second time. If you knew the difference between Qamari and Shamsiya, you really did capitalize on this situation. All right? If you knew the difference between Maqtu and Mawsul, also the letters that cut off and the letters that continue, you also did well. And that's what we've taught you from, weeks prior. So Ad-Dini. Number 10, Na'budu. 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 Spell Na'budu. Na'budu. All right. I'll give you 2 more minutes, and we're going to go over it in that time. So number 9, Ad-Dini. Number 8, Maliki. Number 7, Al-Alamina. Number 6, Lillahi. Number 5, Alhamdu. Number 4, Alayhim. Number 3, An'amta. Number 2, Iyaka. And number 1, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay. Number 1, you all are going to have to do that. But otherwise, I'll do from as we used to do before. Does that make sense? So you have 4 words, 1 for each of you. Okay? How do you spell the first word in the first question? What are the letters that go there? Anybody? What letters? Huh? What is the first word in this question? Okay. How do you spell Bismi? Okay. What's the second word? No. Allahi. Okay. How do you spell that?
Alif.
Alif wasl.
Alif. Wasil. Lam and Mim.
No. Uncle. Alif wasl. How do you spell Allahi? Important. Alif wasl. Lam.
And then ha.
So you're missing 2 things. You're missing a second lam, and you're missing a tashdid on top of that. So again, it's alif, wasl, lam, then the second lam tashdid, and then the ha. All right? How about ar-Rahmani? Who got ar-Rahmani this time?
Alif.
Alif wasl though. Make sure you know your alif wasl, because this is the Qamariya Shamsiya situation already.
Alif
Okay?
wasl.
Alif wasl,
Lam.
lam,
Ra.
ra tashdid,
Ha. Ha.
ha,
Ha.
mm,
Mim.
mim.
Nun.
You forgot your alif saghira. Put your alif saghira on there. You got that, uncle? Put your alif saghira there. Did you get ar-Rahimi? Ar-Rahimi.
Alif.
Alif wasl.
Alif wasl.
Mm.
Lam.
Lam wasl.
Ra.
Ra tashdid.
Ha.
Ha.
Mim.
If you're getting your ya maddi, you got to stretch it. Ar-Rahim. Did you get that one?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Number 2, how do you spell it? Either of you?
What was number 2?
Iyaka.
Alif.
Alif.
Hamza in the bottom.
Okay.
Ya.
Ya. Kaf.
Ya. And then Ya Maddi.
Alif maddi. But that's good. You at least knew that the ya is going to stretch.
And then Kaf.
Kaf. Okay, you have to stretch it. You have to put in alif. After the ya tashdid. The ya also has a tashdid. So you're talking Hamza, Hamza, ya tashdid, alif maddi, kaf. Hamza is going to have a kasra. How about number 3, an'amta? How do you spell that? An'amta, how do you spell it?
Alif.
Alif,
Nun.
noon,
And then Ta.
no,
Ya.
no, yeah, it's not there at all. And uncle is missing 2 letters. He's missing an ayn and a mim. So you have alif, noon, ayn, mim, ta. An'amta, an'amta. Okay? All right. And you were completely, I don't know where you were, square one somewhere. Next, number 4, alayhim. How do you spell alayhim? It's very important. How do you spell alayhim? It comes so many times in the Quran. Yes. Uncle?
Alif.
Alif, no. Alayhim.
Ain.
Ayn. La.
Lam.
Lam. Ya. Ay. Ay. How do you get the ay sound?
Ain.
Ay. I didn't say ah. Ay. How do you get the ay sound? How do I sound something off to sound like ay? Okay, that's why you got to master your sukoon. The problem is the book doesn't do a very thorough job. It does a good job, but not a thorough job on the sukoon. All right? Lesson 10 even cuts in a half of you going, but go through sukoon. This is a problem. So you're saying an ayn, a lam, a ya, a ha, and a mim. Alayhim. Alayhim. An ayn, a lam, a ya, a ha, and a mim. Alayhim. That's how you spell it. And